Hitman is a game that's all about sneaking around, finding disguises, and taking out the bad guys whatever means necessary. It's a very suspenseful game, and sometimes things get out of hand very quickly. It's really not a game for kids. It's rated M, obviously, but is it also not a game for Christians? I mean, you're killing people, but it's just a video game. No one's really getting hurt. But what does God think about us killing people in the game Hitman? So I thought going into this Bible study inspired by the game Hitman was going to be a really simple video about how murder is wrong and Christians really shouldn't kill people in their video games. It's not a very spiritually healthy thing to do. But I want to make a case for why Hitman is a little different. I mean, you can still play this game pretty immorally, killing innocent civilians left and right, and that's really not a very Christian way to play the game. But if you play the game correctly, you're actually supposed to be killing just one target or multiple targets who are all criminals. But the real question is, isn't that still murder? Isn't that still killing, even if they are criminal? Today we're going to discuss the topic of, is it a sin to kill? So at a first glance, the 10 Commandments are pretty clear about this in the Bible. In Exodus 20:13 it says, you must not murder. Boom, done. Hitman's evil. We can wrap this video up, right? No, well, not so fast. I want to read a couple more verses to you. In God's covenant with Noah from Genesis 9:6, he says, if anyone takes a human life, that person's life will also be taken by human hands. For God made human beings in his own image. So the punishment for murder is death by human hands. I think that's really interesting. But isn't that basically called revenge? I mean, if you kill this person, we're going to kill you. Isn't that revenge? Romans 12:19 says, dear friends, never take revenge. Leave that to the righteous anger of God, for the scriptures say, I will take revenge. I will pay them back, says the Lord. So what's the deal? In one passage, God is saying that the punishment, the consequences for killing someone, for murdering someone, is death by human hands. In another passage, he's saying that revenge is wrong. So here's the key difference. To avenge means to deliver punishment in pursuit of justice, while revenge means to deliver punishment in personal retaliation. One way upholds the standard of justice, while one takes justice into our own hands. And there's one last verse I'm going to read to you today. Romans 13:1-2 says, everyone must submit to governing authorities, for all authority comes from God, and those in positions of authority have been placed there by God. So anyone who rebels against authority is rebelling against what God has instituted, and they will be punished. So here's my conclusion, guys, and some life tips for you. As a Christian, we should never take revenge. If we are wrong, we're to find peace in knowing that God will deliver justice, if not in this life, at the day of judgment. In regards to capital punishment, I believe that there is a strong case to be made that killing is a consequence for murder. It seems kind of circular that way, and it might sound like revenge, but it's really justice being done. But not just by anybody. This isn't giving you an excuse, a license to kill, just because you feel offended. This has to be done by the law and the courts. Assuming that Hitman is hired by the government, we can then realize that you can play this game in a completely moral way as long as you aren't going around killing innocent civilians. Alright, you guys, those are my thoughts on the matter. If you had another idea of how Hitman relates to the Bible, or maybe if you had a question about this topic, definitely comment those down below. If you liked this video, that's awesome. I want you to hit that like button and hit subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. My name is Chris Michaels. This has been Game Parables, the show that helps you win at the game and win at life. I'll see you in the next video.